In early 2023, the Thai royal family faced instability again, with a series of dramatic events unfolding and a subtle trend of a potential major reshuffle. Princess Budra Kitiaba suddenly suffered a heart attack, which triggered a series of changes within the palace, making the royal family's position seem precarious. King Rama X and Queen Suthida barely managed to hold their ground, but there was one princess who, thanks to her extraordinary luck, seemed to gain from the turmoil. Meanwhile, the long-disappeared royal consort Seninat also seemed to be making a comeback. On December 14, 2022, 44-year-old Princess Budra Kitiaba, the eldest daughter of King Rama X, suddenly suffered a heart attack while running in the park and has remained in a coma ever since. This terrifying news spread worldwide, and the Thai royal family subsequently issued 3 official statements regarding the princess's health. The statements mentioned that the princess's overall condition was stable but that she had not regained consciousness, and they called on the Thai people to pray for her, hoping for her recovery. However, British journalist Andrew McGregor Marshall learned from different sources that Princess Budra Kitiaba had already passed away. The princess was already on the brink of death when she suffered a heart attack. A soldier nearby performed emergency CPR, and due to the extreme urgency of the situation, the soldier even broke several of her ribs while attempting to save her. However, this life-saving effort could not restore her life. According to Andrew, by the time she was transported to a local hospital, she had already been declared brain dead. The doctors tried their best to help, but they were unable to revive her, and the princess underwent ECMO treatment. ECMO can temporarily take over the functions of the heart and lungs by using an external machine to pump blood, delivering oxygen to the blood and helping the body expel carbon dioxide. In addition, the princess's life is being sustained entirely by parenteral nutrition, a method of feeding that bypasses the digestive system and provides nutrients intravenously. According to Andrew, Princess Budra Kitiaba is already dead. Her body is being kept alive through medical measures, but she will never wake up. However, the Thai royal family clearly could not accept such an outcome. Princess Budra Kitiaba's heart attack came so suddenly that no one had time to react, let alone deal with the ensuing complications. The incident occurred just before the New Year, followed closely by the Chinese New Year. This period is a golden time for Thailand's tourism and entertainment industries. If the news of the princess's death were to be announced, it would inevitably lead to the cancellation of most entertainment activities. This would deal another significant blow to Thailand's economy, which had already been impacted by 3 years of the pandemic. Moreover, for the public, who were already unhappy about the forced cancellation of entertainment activities, their impression of the royal family would likely plummet even further. On the other hand, Princess Budra Kitiaba's position within the royal family is crucial. She is seen by royalists as the one who will carry the next generation of the royal family. Her downfall would have an immeasurable impact on the royal family itself. The future direction of the Thai royal family is uncertain, and no one can predict it. For all the reasons mentioned above, it is entirely possible that the Thai royal family would want to conceal the true state of the princess's health. Just when the royalists were trying to stabilize the situation, bad news kept coming one after another. After Princess Budra Kitiaba was hospitalized, both King Rama X and Queen Suthida tested positive for COVID-19, further adding to the already unstable royal family. However, their symptoms were mild. Not even half a month later, at the end of December 2022, one of Thailand's most beloved royal family members, Princess Sirindhorn, was also hospitalized due to irregular heart rhythms. Princess Sirindhorn had been the most favored child of the late King Bhumibol and was a strong competitor for the throne during the succession struggle. Although she did not win the battle for the throne against her brother, she still holds significant weight in the hearts of royalists and the Thai people. As a result, her health has been closely monitored. Princess Sirindhorn's heart also seems to be in poor condition. Back in November, she was hospitalized due to an unusually fast heartbeat. After undergoing radiofrequency ablation and a few days of rest, she was discharged. Radiofrequency ablation is a pain control technique that sends radiofrequency waves to specific nerves to block pain signals to the brain. However, she had not fully recovered from the abnormal heartbeat when doctors discovered a new heart issue, shortly after her niece, Princess Budrakitiaba, suffered a heart attack. Although the royal family issued a statement saying she was no longer in serious condition, considering she is already 67 years old, her recurring heart problems are indeed worrisome. Thus, the two main pillars of the royal family, Princess Sirindhorn and Princess Budrakitiaba, one facing a health crisis and the other's life uncertain, left Thailand's royal family in turmoil. The situation could only be maintained through the efforts of King Rama X and Queen Suthida. Therefore, not only did King Rama X immediately take a helicopter to the hospital when his eldest daughter's incident occurred, but after the princess was transferred to Chulalongkorn Hospital, he and Queen Suthida also publicly visited her there. As a result, just a few days after King Rama X and Queen Suthida visited the hospital, they both tested positive for COVID-19. However, considering that few members were left in the royal family and it was a critical time of year, their symptoms were mild. Shortly afterward, they both announced their recovery and began actively attending official duties to reassure the public during this turbulent period. King Rama X likely had never been so diligent. He announced his recovery on December 26 and immediately got back to work. On December 31, King Rama X and Queen Suthida publicly released the royal family's New Year card. Royal consort Sininat was absent, and King Rama X's simple doodles were also missing. However, the Queen appeared to be in good spirits, smiling graciously, while the King seemed a bit stiff. There was also a noticeable distance between them. Later that evening at 8 p.m., King Rama X sent out New Year's greetings. At the beginning of 2023, King Rama X and Queen Suthida visited Princess Sirindhorn, who was hospitalized due to irregular heart rhythms. On the same day, they also performed merit-making for their youngest daughter, Princess Sirivanavari, on her 35th birthday. The event was very formal and grand. During those days, the royal couple was not idle, trying their best to create the impression that even without Princess Budrakitiaba, the royal family can still function normally. In addition to the efforts of King Rama X and Queen Suthida, on the other hand, after Princess Budrakitiaba's incident, the only son of King Rama X with legal succession rights, Prince Dipankorn, hurriedly returned to Thailand from Germany. Upon arriving, Dipankorn immediately went to Chulalongkorn Hospital to visit his unconscious sister, but he has largely not been seen since. This prince, who has been reported to have autism, served as a small source of reassurance for the royalists, calming their nerves. However, his role in the overall situation is minimal. Even if he were to eventually ascend the throne, he would likely be a puppet king, with a true regent in place. The originally designated regent was Princess Budrakitiaba, and everything had been carefully arranged. Princess Budrakitiaba had a powerful external ally in the battle for power, her mother's family background. Her mother, Somsawali, came from a prominent family. Somsawali's father was the elder brother of Queen Sirikit, and her mother also hailed from a royal lineage. Queen Sirikit is the mother of the current king of Thailand. With such a family background, Somsawali could have wielded significant influence in Thailand. However, her aunt, Queen Sirikit, to consolidate power, arranged for her to marry her son, who was then the crown prince and is now the current king. The goal of this cousin's marriage was simple: first, to bolster her son's position with the power of a large family, and second, to ensure that her own family could continuously strengthen its influence as royal in-laws. This win-win situation seemed ideal, but for the 19-year-old Somsawali at the time, marrying King Rama X, a man addicted to indulgence and surrounded by countless concubines, became a lifelong tragedy. As the only son of the late King Bhumibol, King Rama X was used to being reckless and defiant. Additionally, he was strongly opposed to arranged marriage and did not like Somsawali, but he married her out of obligation to his mother's command. As a result, he treated Somsawali harshly. Shortly after their marriage, Somsawali became pregnant with their first child. However, due to immense stress, she tragically miscarried at 4 months. She became pregnant again soon after, but her mental state was still poor. At 6 months pregnant, she was at risk of preterm labor. She had to lie in bed while doctors injected sedatives, enduring the late stage of her pregnancy in such a painful and difficult way. While Somsawali was risking her life through pregnancy, miscarriage, and pregnancy again, King Rama X had no qualms about having an affair with actress Yuvadhida. As soon as Somsawali gave birth to their daughter, Bhadra Kitiaba, the following year, Yuvadhida had a son. Over the next several years, not only were Somsawali and her young daughter ignored by King Rama X as if they were invisible, but they were also publicly humiliated by him. During their marriage, King Rama X not only fathered 5 children with actress Yuvadhida but also bypassed Somsawali entirely, openly taking his lover to official events with him, effectively tearing Somsawali's dignity to shreds and trampling it underfoot. Later on, to get a divorce, the King of Thailand even went to court and made various accusations against Somsawali. Due to the law prohibiting any criticism of the royal family, she was unable to defend herself and was ultimately forced to endure the humiliation and agree to the divorce. Princess Bhadra Kitiaba grew up in such an environment. Her father's constant neglect, her mother's humiliation, and her father's mistress gave birth to 5 children, the first 4 of whom were male heirs with succession rights. Fortunately, Somsawali came from a powerful family. After all, she was Queen Sirikit's niece. Even after divorcing the king, she retained her royal status and continued to attend royal events. Perhaps to support her daughter, Somsawali persisted in attending official duties despite suffering 2 strokes, which left her completely wheelchair-bound. She even struggled to bow to the king. As for Bhadra Kitiaba, she has lived up to expectations. As the king's eldest daughter, she has been dedicated to her royal duties for years, bolstered by her mother's influential family. She has remained a key figure in the royal family. Just days before Bhadra Kitiaba suffered a heart attack, she and her mother attended an event together. With such resilience, as well as capability and influence, Bhadra Kitiaba was undoubtedly the top candidate for regent. However, she suddenly fell into a coma and was even rumored to be brain dead, surviving only through artificial life support. No matter what, she is now completely out of the power game. With her out of the picture, the king has very few children left. Aside from his only son, Dipankarn, there is only his youngest daughter, Princess Sirivanavari. Princess Sirivanavari's background is also quite extraordinary. Her mother was the king's second wife, actress Yuvadhida, who was the woman the king had an affair with while torturing Somsawali during their marriage. Yuvadhida gave birth to 4 sons and 1 daughter for the king. After being his mistress for over a decade, she was finally made the official crown princess. However, she was later exiled overseas for committing adultery, and her 4 intelligent and capable sons were also banished, never to return to Thailand. Princess Sirivanavari is the only one of the 5 children who retained her royal title. She had already fled to the UK with her mother but was soon kidnapped back to Thailand by the king. The reason he brought his daughter back was not due to his deep affection for her, but according to a widely circulated belief, it was because the youngest daughter, Sirivanavari, was considered to have good fortune and was seen as an auspicious symbol for the country. Over the years, Sirivanavari has not shown any exceptional qualities. After all, there were outstanding figures like her older sister, Princess Bhadra Kitiaba, and her rightful brother, Dipankarn. She only needed to occasionally attend official duties while mainly focusing on her career in the fashion industry. However, the fall of Princess Bhadra Kitiaba changed everything. The current situation means that Sirivanavari is now the only one capable of taking charge of the next royal generation. Some now believe that after the king's passing, she will become the future regent. From this perspective, she truly seems to have the luck of a koi fish. Among the 5 children, she was the only one brought back into the royal family and elevated to the status of a high-ranking princess. Now, she is expected to become the next regent, essentially winning without much effort. That being said, it might still be too early to conclude, as a new wave of palace intrigue could be on the horizon. How the situation will change remains uncertain. In response to Princess Bhadra Kitiaba's sudden collapse, the royal family is working hard to contain the impact. The best approach for now is to remain passive and wait until everything stabilizes before making any further moves. Prince Dipankorn, the only male heir of the royal family, returned to Germany just days after he visited Thailand. According to British journalists, his departure at this moment suggests that the power struggle among the heirs is far from over. The Thai royal family will not remain peaceful, because royal consort Sininat might make a comeback. Princess Budra Kitiaba's collapse is undeniably advantageous for Sininat. A few years ago, when the king strongly supported making Sininat the second queen, it was Budra Kitiaba and Queen Suthida who stood together to block her rise. Now that Suthida has lost her powerful ally, can she still withstand the aggressive return of Sininat? Moreover, rumors are circulating that Sininat's disappearance over the past year was due to her giving birth in Germany. If she has indeed given birth to the king's child, the succession battle will become even more unpredictable. It seems the grand drama of the Thai royal family will continue to unfold, wave after wave. Let's wait and see how it all plays out.